Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Monday, the 1st of November, 2021. How time flies. We are already in the month of November. Doodly doodly do, 1 or 2 times, and you know what? It's Christmas round the corner. So viewers, a special good night to you, Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are logged on to Synergy Television, those of you that are on Facebook, on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, like and share as we go live, and those of you on YouTube, a special good night to you viewers. So I just want to remind you, those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have property to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact our office. So viewers, remember Real Talk Finance and Investment Company in collaboration with Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are having our Christmas food drive. All we are asking of you is to contribute $1,000, and there is a Range Rover and a BMW to be won. So viewers, as we start off our program tonight, lots of questions in Trinidad and Tobago. The UNC has questioned if Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali should have gone into quarantine after an incident at the Magdalena Golf Resort in Tobago led to an employee at the golf resort discovering she tested positive for COVID-19. 238-6716 is our phone number to call in viewers. Now the opposition leader, Ms. Bisesa, implied that Dr. Rowley might have been infected after his golf cart collided with the employee who got confirmation of her COVID-19 status on Thursday last week. The PM would have been aware of his exposure. She asked if Rowley should have gone into quarantine mandatory. All right. Now you know what they say, once you test positive for COVID-19, you have to go into quarantine. And if you are around somebody who is also tested positive, you should be in quarantine for 14 days also. So questions are being asked. Now, listen this. Quarantine for recommended 14-day period as per the public health regulation imposed by the Ministry of Health and his government, or are these regulations only for the average citizen? Because presently, our Prime Minister Saieed Ali is out of Trinidad and Tobago. He is out of Trinidad and Tobago. Now listen this. The UNC argued whether there is one rule for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, but another for the Prime Minister. Previously, the PM stated that his results continue to be negative. That is his results. He added that respect to the story of an incident with the affected person at the golf course, he added that he was in her surrounding for no more than 25 seconds while wearing a mask. So the PM, when the incident took place, with a watch in his hand, he did so. To check 25 seconds. How sad, how sad, how sad. Now, in Trinidad, according to the public health regulation, if you go into quarantine and you break your quarantine, there's a penalty. There is a penalty of between $25,000 to $50,000 if you breach your quarantine order. So, I wonder what the CMO of Trinidad and Tobago now have to say concerning this. The Prime Minister was around an individual who is now tested positive for COVID-19. And this man saying he was in her surrounding for no more than 25 seconds. So when the lady get bounced down, you stayed on that spot for 25 seconds. And after that, did you literally left? That is another story brewing right there. Because you are saying that you were in the presence for no more than 25 seconds. So after the 25 seconds that you checked it, where did you go? Did you left her there on just your staff seeing about her? And did you go about your merry way? What sort of respect is that did you set as a prime minister? So that is a different kettle of fish. While we have now the individual being tested positive for COVID-19, the prime minister in her surrounding, and where is he today? In another country. Where is the CMO for Trinidad and Tobago? Where is Dr. Avery Hines for Trinidad and Tobago? Where is the Minister of Health, Terence Singh? Where is all those people? How come nobody's saying anything? But if you breach up your COVID-19, 14 days quarantine, to go buy the grocery, to buy some oil that run out in the house while you're cooking, you have to pay between $25,000 to $50,000 for breach of your what? Of your quarantine. Hey, it's mash up Monday tonight. It's mash up Monday. But nevertheless, we're just touching on it tonight. We're just touching on it tonight, but this is to educate you. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley led a government team to the UK over the weekend for high-level talks on climate change and energy. Dr. Rowley, at the invitation of Prime Minister Boris Johnson, attended the World Leaders Summit at the UN Climate Change Conference, COP26, in Scotland, in Glasgow, in Scotland. Now, Rowley stated, listen to this, that medical test shows he is fit and healthy to travel abroad despite last weekend accident in Tobago. In Trinidad, listen this. In Trinidad, when you come into contact with somebody who is COVID-19 positive, they send you into quarantine and they await your test result. If you come positive, you remain in quarantine. If it comes negative, they still tell you that you have to remain in quarantine for 14 days just to make sure. Am I correct? Am I correct, Trinidad and Tobago? Where's our Prime Minister? Who said he spent more than 25 seconds? Now he's where? In Scotland. So you tell me, Trinidad and Tobago, where is the CMO now? Where is Terence Singh now? Where is those health officials? Where are they? You see, when you're afraid to say something, you will be a media person and you wouldn't touch on that, you go touch on this. But where are those individuals when the Prime Minister was in area? Just imagine the woman got bounced down from his golf cart. So it's not like she's 40 feet or she's 50 feet away from him. No. In the presence of a 5 feet or a 6 feet span. So all those individuals who were around her now, are they in quarantine? That is one thing. Number two, the Prime Minister said he was in the area around her for no more than 25 seconds. So you trying to tell me, Mr. PM, when you bounce on the lady, you spend 25 seconds from there and then you run away? That is what you did? That is what you did? Wow. But you are attending a high-level climate change conference in Scotland? Is that leadership? You tell me, Trinidad and Tobago. You tell me. Now listen this. The PM had tested positive for the virus from April 6th to 25th. He took the Sinopharm vaccine in July and August. But by September 18, he was a prime contact with someone with COVID-19, but was initially cleared. However, the hotel said it was an accident, and the guards and the hotel staff had immediately helped the woman, with Rowley expressing his concern and his staff later inquiring after her. So how many persons now were around this individual? Are they in quarantine? Is the hotel presently, look how this is going up big, eh? Is the hotel presently shut down for 14 days? CMO, where are you? Terence Dial Singh, where are you? Is the hotel being sanitized? Because it's the general manager of the golf course. So which means they have to be back and forth in and out the hotel. What about the individuals around that person? Wow. How come you hear nobody saying nothing about it? Call her good night. He gone?
No, Mr. Ali?
All right, go right ahead. I hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Ali, I want to ask you something, right? The States, Canada, and England, I don't know if it's England, but the States, Canada, and England, they said they're not taking anybody who take the Sinopharm shot. And Rowley take the Sinopharm shot?
That was my next question.
What's he doing in Scotland? If they're not, so that means he's lying right through. All right, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, there's lots more in store right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali on our Mashup Monday episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. A variety of food items will no longer attract the 12.5% value-added tax, that is VAT. As the budget measures took effect from today, November 1st, the removal comes at a time when customers are already faced with rising food price as a result of the global supply chain blockage. Head of the Shipping Association, Hayden Allen, has noted Continuing overseas shipping issues caused delay and inevitable increased cost. In the 2022 budget package for fiscal measures, the only item beginning today is a removal of VAT on about 65 food items. This includes lunch meat, bottled water, ghee, roti skin, jeera, saffron, turmeric, ham slice, salami, bologna, tea, almond milk, and oil. While some consumers are looking forward to the VAT reduction, making some foods more affordable in groceries, they were doubtful they would see any reduction in price of meals at eating place and restaurants. They also expressed concern about the VAT exemption or the VAT exempted on lunch meat because of long-standing medical concerns about the danger of certain preservatives. So viewers, today being the 1st of November, 65 food items are VAT exempted. So we took the initiative today to contact the Supermarket Association President, Mr. Rajiv Dipti, we have on the line presently. My friend, good night to you, sir.
Hello, good night, Saeed. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago.
I know it's a last-minute call, but I do thank you publicly for taking our call, my friend. So what I want to find out is, what are some of the response from the customers at supermarkets today? And I know you would have toured 1 or 2 supermarkets with the Trade Minister, Paula Gopi School. So give us a little insight of the meeting with the minister and probably a little response from the customers in the groceries.
So, Saeed, it's my pleasure to take the call. First of all, I think it's important that consumers and shoppers and families are aware of what's happening. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you today that, well, first of all, let me back it up a little bit. We have been making arrangements across our membership over the weekend to meet the needs of a smooth transition, so that Monday morning when customers go into the store, they would be able to see that the VAT has been removed from those items at the point of sale. Now, some stores have actually been able to put up the signage inside the stores indicating the new prices, because that's what everyone's looking at. What was the price on Sunday and what price am I going to meet on Monday morning when I head into the store? Because that's the curiosity of all the consumers. Yes. It was also a curiosity that the Consumer Affairs Division shared, and the Director of Consumer Affairs, as well as the Permanent Secretary and other officials from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, including the Minister of Trade herself, the Honorable Paula Gopi School, accompanied me to 2 supermarkets today, and we were able to visibly see the changeover and able to measure it as well. I was especially glad that Consumer Affairs came, because they're often knocked about for not doing anything at all in terms of their job. So it was a matter of compliance with the customer's interest at heart. So we put together in advance a trolley full of the items. We would have looked at several of the goods, and there are some savings that are being recognized by consumers. Now, the removal of VAT is an admission that the government, as well as the private sector, has absolutely no control over food prices, because this was a stopgap measure to curb the core food price inflation that has been happening in the country, as we've seen around the world. Yes. Now, consumers were, in some of the interviews that took place with the shoppers inside the stores, the customers were happier to feel some relief, because in some of these basket of savings where you're essentially minusing 12.5% from your bill, you could choose to spend it somewhere else. Correct. If that disposable income is in your pocket. So we saw that, and especially with 3 days to go before Diwali, the VAT coming off the ghee was appreciable because ghee is very expensive, as you might know.
Correct, yes.
So 12.5% coming off that gives you a bit of a savings. And remember, roti skins, when we measured it, Saeed, at the number of SKUs. Now, when we talk about a SKU is a stock keeping unit. It is what we put on our inventory system. So if you talk about black pepper, for example, you can have a number of SKUs in that. It comes in various sizes, various formats, various packaging. So there, I would tell the nation today is that 3,000 plus SKUs were affected by the removal of VAT. That is, benefited from the removal of VAT.
Okay.
And this is something we actually measured because when stores did it last night, I specifically asked them to give me the feedback on how many changes to items in the system was affected. So it varies, but it was in the 3,000 plus region, which means that customers have quite a few choices when it comes to that now. We also saw it came off things like seasoned meat. So when customers go to the deli or the butcher, they could get those things that were previously VATable, now non-VAT. There are still some lingering issues, but the Ministry of Finance and Trade are making themselves available to discuss it, which is good because it also affects the shipping aspect of it. So there needs to be that communication between the importer and the retailer. So that if something is VATable from their side that shouldn't be VATable, we let the ministry know that, listen, this is something you really should be looking into in the interest of the customer. So the tour went well with consumer affairs for all intents and purposes.
Okay, nice. Now, Mr. Rajiv, I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, but is there anything else you would like to tell the customers, and I'm like, what to look forward for in the coming weeks or months?
Well, I think customers have quite a lot of things to look forward to, especially with Diwali this Thursday. The Festival of Lights is a great occasion, always in Trinidad and Tobago, a very auspicious one. And it's something that can remind us, especially with the dark days of the pandemic still at large, that it's a time to really be grateful for, especially when we see our brothers and sisters in other islands not doing so well themselves, with inflation spiraling a lot further out of control than it has here. I also think too that with Christmas coming up, I can tell the nation's shoppers that my stores and my members are working very hard to create what Trinis always look forward to, a very traditional Trini Christmas. Lots of deals, lots of specials, lots of biscuits, chocolates, wafers, the sparkling wines and beverages. There's a lot to look forward to coming up to Christmas time and the festive season. So definitely, Saeed, we will be keeping in touch and chatting. So I will be looking forward to informing when these things come to you.
Not a problem. Mr. Rajiv, I do want to thank you for joining us tonight and letting the citizens know of the vast amount of items that are VAT reducible. So I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Rajiv.
You're most welcome, Saeed. Have a good night, Trinidad and Tobago. Take care.
So viewers, we heard it. Some of the items, VAT-free, reduced from 12.5%. So take advantage. Take advantage of it now, because now is the time. So, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going back to our story. Should the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago postpone his trip to Scotland, and should he be in quarantine presently with the CMO and the Minister of Health advising him? You think about it. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I only hope that this was not done by Paul Agopi's and the Ministry of Consumer Affairs.
But we will be witness of it.
Nice. I would like to believe that the officials should be out and about on a regular basis.
Yes.
And if for some reason, boy, these days are so busy. If for some reason I didn't get back to the program, I would like to wish the viewers and yourself and family a safe and happy Diwali. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. Same to you and your family. So, viewers, there are 4 suspected COVID-19 cases and 1 positive at the Irie High School, Siparia, with at least 60 contacts under investigation. The Education District Health Unit reported that the suspected cases were 2 biological related students and 3 staffers, with 1 who tested positive. The staffer who tested positive was never physically present on the compound, and the second staffer was identified as a primary contact of another positive case. The last 2 staffer was ascended by a medical officer who deemed a swab was not necessary. You hear that? District nurse are currently investigating a contact list of over 60 people for a student case. The principal has submitted a list of names for contact tracing to the CMOH office, who has yet not confirmed it. Wow. Wow. So should the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago be in quarantine for 14 days after coming into contact with a person with an accident that took place last week at Magdalena Grand Hotel in Tobago? But is he in quarantine? No. Where is he? In Scotland. But I thought you're supposed to be in quarantine once you come into contact with an individual who is COVID-19 positive. So why is our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in Scotland? You answer that, Mr. CMO. You answer that, Mr. Terence Dial Singh. So because he is the Prime Minister, it is okay for him to travel. So me, Saieed, a normal citizen coming in contact with somebody with COVID-19, I have to go into quarantine for 14 days. It doesn't matter what is important or the important things I have to do. I have to remain in quarantine. And if I breach my quarantine, I have a penalty to pay. So what is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago doing? But didn't you all say even though you do a test and it's negative, once you come in contact, you're supposed to be in quarantine? For safety's sake? Because of the symptoms might develop at a later date? Wow. Wow, 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 Trinidad and Tobago. Where's Terence Dial Singh? You took a silent pill? Where's the CMO? You took a silent pill? What is this? Call a good night.
Yes, this MPM is showing the whole of the country that he is above the law.
Correct.
And it's time for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to call on the PM to put a stop to that. Because what is it we see in there that the PM could commit greater offenses than this? And he is not subject
to quarantine because he's too big.
Right? So what is it I'm seeing here? Somebody's supposed to pick up this matter, because it's that you can't have one law for Tom and another law for Dick. If you have one law for Tom, it's supposed to be across the border.
Correct.
Right? And we're not supposed to be upholding this. So this man, as this man land in Trinidad here, he's supposed to be getting a summons to go to the court. But this man's supposed to go to the court to answer those complaints.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. So you see, viewers, when you hear people afraid to bring it forward and they're afraid to talk about the PM, not me, you know. Not me, not Saeed, you know. Because the Prime Minister is a human being just like myself. So hear this. Earlier today, Works and Transport Ministry Bridges branch visited a manhole situated outside Real Talk Studios in Shogunas. Workers are sure that the issue will be repaired soon. So viewers, after airing the manhole in front of my building, where a truck went down in the hole last week Friday, Works and Transport Division, they came and they assessed the hole, and they assured me that very soon they're going to fix it. Very soon they're going to fix it. I was hoping somebody would have fallen in it, you know. I'm telling you. I was hoping somebody would have fallen in it. And at a short Trinidad and Tobago, who is Saeed? So, let's see performance already. We pushed for legislations and got it passed. When Trinidad and Tobago, when everybody tell themselves that they couldn't decriminalize marijuana in Trinidad and Tobago, who did it? What we pushed for? Saeed, numerous scholars calling, Saeed, you can't get that law decriminalized, boy. You mad, you crazy, you can't do that. And we did it. And we did it. So when you tell yourself, Saeed, you cannot do that, I will tell you, watch me do it. That is me. That is the power I possess. So the staff came today, the workers came today, they assessed it. I spoke with some of them. And remember Friday we aired this. I want to see how long it's going to take before they come to actually fix it. So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless there's more right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now viewers, Real Talk Finance and Investment Company together or in collaboration with Real Talk with Saieed Ali, we are keeping a Christmas drive. It's a food drive. So up for grab is my Range Rover. All you have to do is make a contribution of $1,000 and get a chance to win the Range Rover. We also have up for grab is a BMW. Now the BMW will be drawing within the second week of December because I want somebody to have a bright Christmas. A bright Christmas with the BMW. And I have decided to make it a little more exciting. I have thrown in my Range Rover, which you all know I had for sale. But nevertheless, giving is getting. And Saeed understand that once you give, when you give big, you just get back big. When you give small, sometimes you get big also. But nevertheless, viewers, all I want you to do is make a contribution of $1,000 and win one of 2 vehicles. 2 vehicles up for grab. You be the judge. You be the judge. So you can contact us at 267-7325, 238-6716, or 339-1670. So viewers, please make a contribution. It's a food drive for the Christmas. You know, when Christmas comes along, price goes sky high, and there is a lot of people who cannot put food on the table or even buy a toy for their children. But nevertheless, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, in collaboration with Real Talk Finance and Investment Company Limited, we are trying to make it possible for some less fortunate families in Trinidad and Tobago. So all you have to do is make a contribution towards our drive. You could end up with a BMW or a Range Rover. That is one segment. So remember, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, we have our fixed deposit system going on. You can make a deposit into our company, set up an account. Now I will tell you something. For the month of November, today is the 1st of November. We have 30 days in November. Real Talk Financing and Investment Company is giving you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, 2.7%. 2.7%. If you set up a retirement fund with us for the month of November, you can earn from 2.7% to 3% when you set up a retirement fund with Real Talk Investment and Financing Company. Where are you getting that? Where are you getting that? Nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, from the 1st of November 2021, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company is offering you for the month of November 2.7 to 3% on your return on a retirement fund account with us. So don't wait for November to finish and you haven't set up your account with Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. 267-7325, 238-6716, or 339-1670. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. So get in touch with us and set up your retirement fund early. Caller, good night.
Ali.
Go right ahead.
Here's something, right? I want to find out something. The Faisal Ravi said that he was going to appeal the case that the Justice Kangaroo said about the commissioner and the deputy commissioner. And then he decided to drop it. Why? Because he already got the word that Jacob's going to get the nod to be the deputy. And if he pursue it, Justice Kangaroo will insist that Jacob must go. That's why he dropped the case. I want Paul Govind to do an investigation on that for me, please. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Switching gears a bit, viewers, into health. Health officials and scientists are closely tracking a new mutation of the coronavirus amid concerns that it could be more transmittable than the original strain. A subvariant of the Delta variant of the virus, labeled AY.4.2, has been detected in dozens of countries, with the vast majority of cases being reported in the UK, that is the United Kingdom. It stated that 93% of the AY.4.2 cases were reported in the UK, where the strain was gradually contributing to a greater proportion of cases and accounted for about 5.9% of overall Delta cases reported in the week beginning October 3rd, 2021. Is AY.4.2 more transmittable than Delta? Listen this. Dr. Patrick Tang, the Division of Chief of Pathologists or Pathology Science at Syndra Medical in Carter, have stated that it is still unclear whether the subvariant is more transmittable or whether it is more capable of evading any immunity that a person has through vaccination. So I'll give you some more up-to-date, viewers, as we get information concerning the AY.4.2 variant. Health Minister Terence Singh has stated that the reopening of schools is one he endorsed and has implored the public to get vaccinated. Singh stated that there is an average of 49,000 students between 12 and 18 years who are still not vaccinated, but the decision of opening school is one that he supports. He also mentioned that the shutdown measures should be a thing of the past since there are more vaccines available.
Just to say, 90,000 minus 51,000 who have had their first dose, you still have 49,000 more students between the ages of 12 to 18 to be vaccinated. The decision to open schools is one that I strongly support and endorse because we have to get our children back. As I said, we have to learn to live with the virus. We can't be hiding from the virus. The message is for those 49,000, I just give the figure, 49,000, for this country and for the world to get back to some degree of normalcy, we have to get our vaccination rates around the world up. It is the only way to deal with this now. The role of state measures like shutdowns should be a thing of the past, now that you have vaccinations.
Yeah. Terence, I have waited a long while for you to say that, you know. A very, very long time. The other thing noted that the ministry can put more resource into the parallel healthcare system, but it means shutting down the NCD clinics and effective surgeries. Wow. Always something hiding somewhere, boy. I don't know when he could do something proper. He also stated that if the ministry shift resources, then it will result in another pandemic. And if persons do not get vaccinated, there will be a mental health and NCD crisis.
In response to questions from the media about putting more resources into the parallel healthcare system, and my response was, yeah, we can do that, but it means shutting down NCD clinics. It means shutting down elective surgeries so granny can't get a cataract surgery. If we do that and reshunt resources into the parallel healthcare system to take care of the unvaccinated, what we will face in 6 months or 3 months is what other countries are facing and what we are trying to avoid. And that is a pandemic of NCDs because persons can't get their care. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't get vaccinated, we create a mental health crisis, we create an NCD crisis.
So Terence, I have a big question for you. What about the vaccinated individuals with 2 doses of vaccine getting COVID-19 virus? What do you all have in store for that? Since you're stressing on get vaccinated, And there are reports, there are statistics showing that the vaccinated individuals, they are also contracting COVID-19 virus. What do you have in store for that? Just quarantine? That is all I see. And is it true that you all are paying for buildings? Listen carefully. It's a question I'm asking you. Is it true that you all are paying for buildings still with no nurses in them to see about COVID-19 patients? Is that true, Mr. Terrence? Doodly 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 doo doo doo. That's a nice song, you know. It's a nice song. But is that true? Are you all paying for buildings still that there's no nurse available in those buildings? I wouldn't say which area, but it's a question I am asking you. Will you keep a briefing and come out and tell the citizens why you are paying for buildings? Why money is being spent for buildings? And only when you have a pandemic, you would assign nurse to it, and then people will go in concerning COVID-19. I'm asking you a question. Is the ministry paying for buildings? That there is no individuals there? No COVID-19 patient, no quarantine patient, no nurses, no doctors, but you're paying for the building in case a pandemic occurs. Why waste that money? I'm asking a question. Is that an A or is that an S-abus? What we go do, Terrence? What in the dark shall come to the light, my friend. Always remember that. It's Saieed Ali dealing with. It's not somebody who you could just talk and just they go pat down. No, 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 no. That is not me. That is not me. So that is something new Trinidad and Tobago now have to look into. Food and Drug Administration have granted emergency use authorization of the COVID-19 vaccine developed by Pfizer and its partner BioNTech for children aged 5 to 11. Hold on. Before the vaccine becomes widely available, it will need to be recommended by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. However, when recommending the authorization, FDA panel member expressed concerns about whether all children needed the vaccine because the risk of complications from COVID infections in children is generally low. So remember the Prime Minister said, as long as WHO approve the vaccine from 5 to 11, they will start issuing it in Trinidad. Remember that? Let's just wait and see what's going to happen with this 5 to 11 vaccination approval thus far. We have to wait to hear what WHO have to say about this. Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith stated that 55 more murders occurred since he left office when compared to the same period last year. Responding to reports which said there was not a spike in murder or murders in the last 10 weeks, Griffith rejected assertions that COVID-19 and lockdowns were responsible for the drastic drop in crime and murder in 2020. Griffith added that for the first 7 months of 2021, they had fewer murders than that period in 2020. And in 10 weeks since his contract ended, there was 55 more murders for the same period last year. He questioned if there were few murders in the second half of my contract and 55 more than the previous year since I've not been there. Isn't that a spike? You Trinidad and Tobago, I want you all to look carefully. Of the last year, he was the police commissioner and judge from that time to when he exit office, and see what you come up with. See what you come up with. That is something to look at. He's out of office, and we have 55 murders in place. 55 murders occurred in Trinidad and Tobago. August, September, October. August, September, October. Today is the 1st of November. 55 murders. Wow. It's so sad, eh? It's so sad. You be the judge. So listen to this now. We're moving on to the bar owners. Another bar owner fined for having unvaxxed customer. A Chinese national who operates a bar within the COVID-19 safe zone system and a patron have both been issued fine by police for breach. For breach. Now listen to this. The OLS, which guides these zones of business activities. This is the second time that a proprietor have been fined. Reports stated that a 28-year-old businessman and his 42-year-old customer were issued a fixed penalty notice last Friday for breach at the Princestown business place. Police officers on safe zone inspection duties visited 7 establishments in which they detected 2 breaches at one location. The proprietor was fined for a similar breach days earlier. Ooh, so something you are accustomed doing? Okay. The unvaccinated patron was removed from the establishment. Both were subsequently fined fixed penalty notice in the amount of $25,000 and $5,000 respectively. What? So this businessman, this is the second time you breach. You didn't learn your lesson the first time. Wow. So he did it again, and look what it cost you. But I believe it's $5,000 for the individuals and $25,000 for the proprietor. So I wonder if you do that third time, what will happen? We are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back from this break, we're going to have a little chat concerning financing and investment after the break.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali, viewers. We do want to thank you for viewing Real Talk Monday the 1st of November 2021. Remember, it's a little over 3.5 years we have been on the air. Real Talk with Saieed Ali have pushed for a lot of bills, a lot of legislation. By the grace of God, you know, I light my candle and I pray. I light my light. We got through bills, we got through legislations. You know, pepper spray was the last thing we pushed for. The Attorney General heard our cry. We got it passed for the females in Trinidad and Tobago. Nevertheless. So, you got payoff from your job. You collect your lump sum. What are you going to do with it? What investment are you going to make? Are you going to put it in a financial institute and get 0.05%? Why not contact Real Talk Financing and Investment Company at 238-6716 or 339-1670 and set up an appointment to find out about our retirement package. Now at Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, for the month of November, from the 1st of November till the 30th of November, they are giving you 2.7%. Isn't that amazing? Just for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Where else can you find a retirement package for that price or that return that you are getting? You can also contact me directly, Saeed, at 339-1670 for more information on your retirement package. 2.7% to 3%. Real Talk Financing and Investment Company is offering you viewers that amount. So are you going to settle for 0.05% on your 100,000, on your 200,000, on your 10,000? Or are you going to contact us, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguners, and inquire of our 2.7% return on your investment? So you tell me, viewer, or you tell me, which is more, 0.05% or 2.7% for the month of November? Well, they say that we are in a pandemic. And what would you be getting in the pandemic? You think about it, Trinidad and Tobago. You think about it. And let me know what you think. Visit our page, Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, for updates. We update our page daily. And you be the judge. Why settle for 0.05? So just before we wrap up tonight, viewers, I do have Mazda pickup for sale. A BT50, new model, 5-forward, power window, power mirror, power door locks. Vehicle is in excellent condition. I also have my Mercedes-Benz E250. It's a two-door sports Mercedes-Benz, red interior. Look how beautiful the car is. It is now doing 66,000 kilos, viewers. It's for sale. It's one of my executive vehicles that I have for sale. Beautiful rims and tire, glassed up sunroof. It's pretty beautiful. It's an AMG line of the Mercedes-Benz. If you want to look at it, please contact me at 339-1670 or 238-6716 and come down to our studios, 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguners, and have a look at this beautiful car. And I do want to remember, before I forget, we have our Christmas drive. We started early. I want to thank those of you who have contributed to our food drive thus far. In the month of December, somebody will be the lucky winner of the BMW in the month of December. So viewers, please make a contribution towards our food drive. Real Talk Financing and Investment Company, in collaboration with Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Let me tell you something. In the month of December, there's a lot of giveaways that we're going to be doing. So from us here at Real Talk Studios, I do want to say to you, be safe, enjoy the night. There are COVID-19 restrictions and policies in place, so please adhere to the rules and regulations that we have in Trinidad and Tobago presently. So until we meet again, viewers, remember there's a rerun of this program every day from 11:30 to 12:30. If you missed it during the day, you can catch us live Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. on Synergy Network. So from all of us here, to you, good night.